Hello everybody, Matt the Gamer Train here, and welcome back to Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor. And today we'll be playing through James's 4 stories, or at least 2 of the stories. So, I guess let's get started, shall we? Alright, let's go.
Leaves. One morning, two men were cleaning Gordon after he had acted rather foolishly and ended up rolling off the turntable and into a muddy ditch. "Mind my eyes," grumbled Gordon. "Have you ever seen so much mud?" said one of the cleaners. "No, I haven't," said the other. "You ought to be ashamed, Gordon, letting yourself get so dirty." "Well," thought Gordon, "I don't have time to worry about my appearance like some engines do." The hosing and scrubbing suddenly stopped. Gordon opened his eyes, but quickly closed them again when he saw who was standing in front of him. "Wake up, Gordon," said Sir Topham Hatt, "and listen to me. Given your recent behaviour, I've decided that you will pull no more coaches until you prove to me that you can be a really useful engine. Perhaps pulling trucks for a while will teach you a lesson." "Yes, sir," said Gordon quietly. So Gordon had to spend his time pulling and pushing trucks.
Oh no. This is Jason to do with this. Wait. This is based on an episode. I remember, it's a season 5 episode. No, wait. Season 3 or season 5? Can't remember.
Goods trains," he muttered. "Oh, the shame of it." And he bumped the trucks again. "Oh," cried the trucks as he shunted them around the yard. James was standing nearby watching him. "Trucks will be trucks," he said. "They won't with me," grunted Gordon. "I'll teach them." "They tried to push me down the hill this morning," he explained. "It's slippery there, so you'll probably need help." "I don't need help on hills," huffed James. Gordon laughed and headed off to get ready for his next goods train. "Come on, James," said his driver. "It's almost time for the express." And with that, James puffed away to collect his waiting coaches.
Okay, I remember now. It's...
The guard soon blew his whistle and James puffed away. Come on," he puffed to the coaches.
Are you gonna... Oh. What? Okay. I'm like, what happened to my HUD? You know, I should be actually more careful, because James could just set off. I forget that James could just start going. So, I remember now. I can't remember season 3 or season 5. I think it's season 5 where Leaves is taking place. And I do like how they gave the nod that he fell into a ditch. Gordon falling into a ditch from season 1. In my opinion, that episode, this Leaves episode would work perfectly in, say, like in season 1, like after, be part of one of Gordon's punishments. See, look how fast James is going. Oh my god. But
The train was soon running nicely, and James began to feel confident. Slippery hills indeed. I don't need help, he puffed.
sure about this. Nope. I lost my vision. It got dark. Turn it off. I'm not gonna need it. James engine. I can apparently go very fast. Have a startup, very fast startup. It is scary. How far do we have to actually go? Unless we're going straight to Wellsworth, yeah. If I can remember anything from the Gordon timetable, is that you go from Natford to Wellsworth, then to Marin, and then basically to every station after, except Kildane and Crunk on the main line. I don't know why, but as a kid, I thought design-wise of this Tomy Trackmaster toy, I just liked his design for some reason as a kid. Same with Oliver for the Wooden Railway. And just overall. I should start letting it slow down a little. Man, I cannot see anything. I know that's the point, but come on. I should start really slowing down now. And James can just go for it. I obviously did that on purpose. Well, Emily's also a medium, almost like, is on the verge of a medium-sized to large. So maybe it would just be fair to have her slow start up. But since James is like a medium-sized to small, he can, I guess, have an easier start up quite easier, not faster. I wonder if they ever add Edward, if he's gonna have the exact same, like, startup of him just starting to just go for it. Come on, James. I think I undershot. I way undershot the speed on that. It is the Express after all. I like James's design, and when I heard that they I heard that they said they were going to resize James to be more real life accurate, I'm like, James was sizing was messed up in the show, at least in the CGI series. I didn't know that. Same with the coaches. Like, I didn't know they were so thin in the show. Like one of those things you cannot tell until you see them for yourself. I guess. I don't know. So we're coming into Willsworth. Slowing down. I want to make sure I stop on the marker. And stop.
James soon arrived at the next station. He was feeling very pleased with himself,
A bit.
but he kept thinking about what Gordon had said. I'll show Gordon who needs help on hills, he said to himself.
I wonder why they just have it like that. It's weird. Whoa, there's actual leaves on the line.
James reached the bottom of the hill. Strong winds from the sea made the hill hard to climb. Leaves fallen from the nearby trees were now covering the rails. And the recent rainfall meant that they were too heavy to be blown away by the wind.
That's just how physics work.
I'll do it, he puffed. But his wheels slipped on the leaves. I must do it. I must do it.
He's trying his best.
But try as he might, his wheels kept on slipping, and he couldn't pull the train at all. Help! Help! Cried James. His wheels were turning forwards, but the heavy coaches pulled him backwards, and soon the whole train started slipping down the hill. James's driver applied the brakes, then going carefully reversed the train back down the hill, and they headed back to the station.
To me, it looks like they just put a leaf texture on the rails for this. Like an overlay or something.
When they arrived, they found Gordon waiting, who had seen everything.
I bet.
I thought you said you could climb hills, he chuckled. James didn't answer. He had no steam left to say anything. Ah, well, we live and learn, said Gordon. Never mind, little James. I'm going to push from behind. Whistle when you're ready.
Okay, just a flashbang. Jeez. What happened to his train? Didn't he have a train behind him? Maybe keep thinking what season Leaves was in. I think it's in season 3. I'm probably wrong, but I think it's in season 3 because I could just remember the voice. Who did the voice at the time? Just did a certain way of the voice. Are you allowed to go forward? Okay. Let's go full speed at the express. Slow down. Stop.
I'm ready, called James. So am I, replied Gordon. Pull hard. We'll do it, puffed James.
They're not moving. I'm like, they're not moving. Oh, hello. Why am I not going? Hello? James? You should be going forward. That's annoying. I guess I'm gonna just try to see if I can... Or maybe this is what I'm supposed to do? I don't know, I've not... This is the first time of me actually attempting. There we go. I'll just sit in Gordon then. Maybe it's what I'm supposed to do. I don't know. Oh, I definitely can't see. Jeez. Let me press that. Yeah, I think they're just leaf textures on their track. What the heck? Yeah.
Clouds of smoke and steam towered from the snorting engines as they struggled up the hill.
Oh, I think...
We can do it, puffed James. We will do it, puffed Gordon. Finally, the two engines reached the top. We've done it! We've done it! They puffed.
Oh, wow, they did that. They're like
The
that.
two weary engines were puffed out, but they continued onwards to the next station.
Yeah. I should start slowing down. Because they can go fast together. Oh, I'm gonna definitely probably pass the marker if I don't start slowing down, James. That's so cool. Can't see anything in this fog. I'm going to just pass through it, unless James... there I go. Okay. To be fair, they're way fast, but also I was trying to slow them down. Alright. Yeah, had me start in Gordon's cab this time, so I can... Hopefully I might be able to control James a bit better now. So here we go. Attempt number 2. This time immediately just break after the peak of the hill. With Gordon here, he's gonna go extra fast because he's the most powerful boy in the game. Yeah, these are just simple leaf textures.
Clouds of smoke and steam towered from the snorting engines as they struggled up the hill. We can do it, puffed James.
That's weird. Why did text do
We will
that?
do it, puffed Gordon. Finally, the 2 engines reached the top. We've done it! We've done it! They puffed. The 2 weary engines were puffed out, but they continued onwards to the next station.
Alright. Hopefully I can slow down in time and not go flying through the station again. Go ahead and start braking. But I think I might have to do it for a 3rd time. I think I braked too late. We'll see. James, you're passing it. James, you're gonna pass the... Okay, I might just have to... I'm just gonna cut until I actually stop at the station. I... maybe. Oh my gosh, that took like 4 tries.
Long before they arrived. Thank you, Gordon, whistled James.
Why is this...
Gordon whistled goodbye as he watched James puff.
Oh, I know why.
Then slowly, he trundled back to his waiting trucks.
I know why he's bouncing like that. Is because the way how it was set up is kind of stupid. Basically, I had to put one engine in drive mode. Like, I had to push the regular open.
Jack Frost. One evening, Sir Topham Hatt came to the sheds. There's a big freeze coming tonight, he said. James and Percy, I need you to deliver extra coal to the stations. Yes, sir, they said eagerly, and Sir Topham Hatt walked away. You better hurry, teased Thomas, or scary Jack Frost might get you. Who's Jack Frost? Percy said nervously. Don't be silly, sniffed James. Jack Frost is not scary. Yes, he is, teased Thomas. He's all white with a big spiky face. Rubbish, said James. James knew Jack Frost wasn't scary, but poor Percy wasn't so sure.
Yeah, 'cause Percy's the younger one. He's more ignorant.
Later that night, James had collected his coal trucks and set off to make his deliveries.
I don't think that's coal. I think that's tarp.
Silly Percy, he thought. All steamed up over Jack Frost. The sooner we get this coal delivered, the sooner I can get back to my nice warm shed.
So they didn't bother to render the coal actually in the, at least or they couldn't for some reason, but they could do it for the tenders. Also, he doesn't have a brake van. Also, from my estimation of the map, they went all the way from Tidmouth Sheds, came all the way down to Vickerstown Yard to pick up the quote-unquote coal cars. Right. I mean, this does look kind of cool at night. And we finally get some snow scene. Anyway, I was saying with Gordon, I had to, because the last few times of attempts, it spawned me in Gordon, so it told me I basically opened Gordon's regulator, and then I ran over to James and opened his. But on the latest attempt, I actually pressed the wrong button, so I put it in James and idle, so Gordon mainly did most of the work, where I was just mainly with James just with the brakes. And that's why at the end, the camera was shaking because Gordon was still trying to push James forward. You know, I don't think that was supposed to happen. I think I found my thumbnail for the video. Oh, there's the tunnel. Oh! Okay, cool. Excuse me. I guess I'll cut it until something happens, I guess. Looks like we're coming up to a station. Man, that took forever.
We've reached our first stop. Let's drop off some of the coal trucks. That's one delivery complete. So let's head to our next stop.
I was going really slow, so that's why it took forever. Alright. I don't know why it had me go down all the way down to Ballyhoo. I mean, it's technically a little station on them. Or maybe it was in like an episode and is just a background unnamed. Or something, I don't know. Oh, that's a cool shot. But I already have I already have the perfect thumbnail. Where do we have to go next? Anyway. So we're rejoining the main line. Alright, Crovin's Gate is next. I don't know though. Scary Jack Frost might, you know, appear out of nowhere. Oh, James, why? Alright, I guess I'll get close until something happens, or if,
That's one delivery complete. So let's head to our next stop.
or until, like, I guess just something happens, I guess. Alright. Coming up to Crovin's Gate. In my opinion, it should be the season 4 Crovin's Gate. It'll look cooler at night than this.
Here's our next station. Let's drop off some more coal.
That's another delivery complete. Hopefully, all this coal is enough to keep the passengers nice and warm during this cold weather. I'm just glad that I have my firebox to keep me from getting too cold.
This does not sound like something what James would say at all. I've not run into Jack Frost yet, so that's good. I can understand what people, well, from what I have heard about this story, is how boring it actually is. Like, yes, we're supposed to see it from James' perspective, like in the story, where this boring part, would not have been shown. But also, we're just trying to. I think we're also just supposed to be seeing it from James's perspective of when he sees Jack Frost. So. We only have 3 cars left. I guess I can give him a little more speed. We have a while until the next station. I mean, That's pretty good distance. But I will be there pretty fast because I am speed. I do also think Jack Frost is a season 6. I'm gonna pass the station. I'm going way too fast. We. Alright, I guess I'll just cut it until I get close to the station again. Alright. Whoop. Undershot the station.
We finally reached our last delivery, so let's drop off all the remaining trucks.
The remaining 3. Also, you're just gonna leave them on the main line? Bro.
That's all of the coal delivered. Now I can get back to my nice warm shed.
I would have put it in the siding.
And with that, James puffed back towards Tidmouth Sheds.
Excuse me, I was doing what you asked.
Meanwhile, Percy was making his last delivery.
Alright, here we
Frost
go.
is not scary. Jack Frost is not scary.
Oh, is
Jack
he?
Frost is not scary.
He probably is scary though. Alright. Let's go over. Well, then, where am I? Marin, okay. Alright, little Percy. Little Percy, we're going to hopefully do this first try. I still feel like they should have snowplows. Even if, yes, the tracks are clear and just icy, it doesn't hurt to have a snowplow just in case, in my opinion. Alright, coming up to a station. Am I gonna pass the marker by mistake? Nope. Percy is gonna wheel slip across the marker. Please, stop. 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 Bro. Alright, we're off. Percy's the only engine that I have played that is the only one that his wheels will lock up when you brake. All the others don't. I wonder why. Right, next station. Just go a little slower, just so hopefully I won't overrun it by mistake. Nice.
Percy soon made his last delivery. The station master was very pleased to see him. Percy, he cried, we need twice as much coal to last through this freeze. Don't worry, Percy said. This is my last stop. You can have mine. My lovely warm firebox will keep me nice and cozy.
Is that how that
So
works?
Percy's driver parked him on a siding with only a lantern for company. Do you think scary Jack Frost will find me? Said Percy. Jack Frost is not scary, chuckled his driver. And don't worry, Emily will bring you some more coal in the morning. And then his driver and fireman went home to bed. Late that night, the icy wind howled. It started to snow, and
Oh,
Percy's
no.
fire had almost gone out. Soon Percy's face was so cold, an icicle hung from his nose. Oh, bother, stuttered Percy. But it didn't sound like Percy. It was so cold, he could hardly make a sound. The next morning, Emily arrived with plenty of coal for Percy. Oh my, she said. It looks like Jack Frost really got you then. Soon Percy was loaded with fresh coal, and his fire was soon burning nicely. It wasn't long before his ice mask melted away.
Just
So
disappears.
scary Jack Frost is only frost, puffed Percy happily, and soon he was as warm as toast.
It's funny. But the whole point of the story just got lost. What the heck? Well, that's gonna be the end of this video. I've been having a lot of fun with this game, and I'm sad it's almost over. As usual, if you would like to see more from me, why not consider subscribing? And if you liked the video, you should like it, and comment what you thought, and ring the bell for all those glorious notifications. Well, that's gonna be it from me. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye!